Hey, LovingtonNaz. I am in the Philippines right now in Manila, and have been here for some conferences and got to meet some really cool people that are here behind me. So this is Wallace and Regina, and they are from Papua New Guinea. And Wallace is actually named after Wallace White, who, with his wife Mona, were missionaries to Papua New Guinea beginning, I think, around in the 50s sometime. According to Wallace, that's what we think is about right. And the cool thing about it is Wallace and Mona, actually originally from Lovington, they were saved in our church in Lovington, and then went on to be missionaries in the Church of the Nazarene, and started a lot of the mission work in Papua New Guinea. And so that's part of our church's legacy. And so I wanted to introduce you to Wallace and Regina, and give them a chance to tell you just a little bit about them and their experience, and kind of their remembrance of Wallace and Mona, and kind of how they began the work there. So with no further ado, here they are. So tell us, what would you tell us about Papua New Guinea or about Wallace and Mona?
Firstly, I do want to thank Lovington Church of the Nazarene, that I believe my brother is sharing with me that this church has been in existence for 8 years or so. And I should say your church has played an important role in developing the church in Papua New Guinea. And just want to take this time to thank you, each one of you, not probably this generation, but probably your fathers and forefathers who were involved in the local church. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your giving. And because of what you've done through this young man and woman, Wallace White, they went to our country and planted the Church of the Nazarene in our country. And I do want to thank this church that because of your giving, some of us have come to found the Lord, and now we are serving in the ministry of building God's kingdom in Papua New Guinea. The church in Papua New Guinea is alive and well. It's growing, and we have almost 11 districts now, and we have a hospital. This hospital serves over thousands and thousands of people who come from all over the country to visit, because this hospital was the initiative of Wallace White, who was there at that time in the 50s and 60s, and realized that the health need was a critical matter for our place. And so he went back and spoke in a general assembly in the 60s, and there was an offering taken by NMI. NWMS, we call it NWMS, today it's called NMI, but at that time was NWMS. They took an offering, and Wallace brought it back and built a big hospital in our country. And we now currently have eight missionary doctors, and we have nursing college, which I'm involved heavily. And my wife came to this Nazarene establishment, and she was converted. She is trained now as a midwife, and both of us are saving the people in Papua New Guinea.
So what is your role at the college? Tell them so they'll know what that is.
I'm now the principal of the nursing college. The Lord has helped me in that role because of many missionaries have come by and have worked and trained me to take that position. I'm the first national of this country to take the role as the principal of our Nazarene Nursing College in Papua New Guinea.
That's awesome. Would you add anything to that, Regina?
In addition to the number of patients that Wallace was talking about, in a month we see 4,000 to 5,000 outpatients alone, and we admit 500 to 600 patients, and we do deliveries as well. And in a month we do 150 to 200 deliveries. And in a year we do about 10 to 12,000 deliveries in a year, and the admissions of patients, 56 to 60,000 patients get admitted. So it's having a great impact, you know, in that part of the country. And so many patients travel all over the country to seek better medical health services, and the hospital that Wallace White had, Wallace White had raised the funds for, it's doing greater impact in this part of the country, and we do appreciate and thank the church for sending him as a missionary to our country.
Awesome. So these are our brothers. Did you have something else to say? Where you go?
Yeah, up until I listened to that, it's all came about because of this local church giving and praying. And Wallace had the Lord had used him in a mighty way. And I just want to show you that what Wallace has done, he carried the cross. Now it's our turn to carry the cross to the next generation. Thank you.
Exactly. And so I wanted you guys to meet Wallace, and to meet Wallace and Regina, because it helps us remember that what we do in missions now makes a big difference. And so the work we've done in Papua New Guinea that we've been a part of, even just by the faithfulness of the church in Lovington, ministering to Wallace and Mona so that they would experience salvation, so that then because of that experience would be called across the world and would have an opportunity to do some of God's transforming work there. And from that, we have brothers and sisters who are now Nazarene presidents and principals of Nazarene colleges who are training teachers and nurses and pastors to go out and to do that same work. And they're even sending missionaries now to other countries. And so the things that we do now, the work that you're doing in Congo, the way you're partnering there, the way you're supporting Elizabeth and I, the way we support missions around the world, and even just intentionally reach people in Lovington, you never know 30 or 40 years or 50 years from now who's going to be sitting in a room and who's going to come together and say, because they were faithful. So just an encouragement that you've done good work, and to encourage you to continue that and allow that continue to be part of our identity. So good to talk with you again in the Philippines with my friends from Papua New Guinea. So we met in a country that none of us have been to before, but here we are, and God has brought us together. So hope all is well. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon.